I don't think this is supposed to happen. This is a real human femur on display here at the Bone Museum, and let's take a look at it. This is most likely an oblique or comminuted fracture, but it is hard to tell because of the healed callus, which might be obscuring any other bone fragments. Breaks like this are incredibly dangerous and uncommon, as it takes almost 9,000 pounds of force to break your femur, as it's the strongest bone in the body. Since there are so much muscles in the human leg, when the bone breaks like that, the muscles will snap the broken fragments down, causing this type of deformity. If you're enjoying this video so far, make sure to follow us for more bone content. Think of the muscles in the human leg as kind of like an elastic band, and when a break such as this happens, it snaps down, collapsing the femur in on itself. The femur has a lot of important vasculature that runs through it, and that is why a break like this can be so dangerous if it compresses or lacerates an important artery. Just look at how sharp and jagged this break is, so it could have very easily severed something. This is why the Thomas splint gained so much popularity during World War I, as it applied traction to the leg and was able to stretch the femur back into its original position. Now, to visualize just how bad this break is, let's compare it next to a regular femur. Now, the individual to the left was significantly taller than the individual to the right, but you can still see just how bad the break would have been. There's a notable 4 to 5 inches of downward displacement. That is a significant amount. Now, this is called a malunion fracture. A malunion fracture is when the bone breaks and then heals out of alignment. There's also a non-union fracture where the bone heals but never actually joins together, where this one does. Now, miraculously, this person survived and most likely lived with one leg around 5 inches shorter for the rest of their life. Based on the progressive ubernation around the femoral head and some osteophytic lipping here, it is likely that the person continued to walk afterwards. Now, we do not know the reason why the break was never set properly. It could have been white coat syndrome, where the person is afraid of doctors, or they could have not had the proper access to medical care. But this really goes to show the resilience of the human body. Now, what we do know is that the individual had to have received some care, as a callus like this would take over a year to form, so they would go over a year non-weight bearing. Healed bone breaks such as this are actually some of the early signs of civilization, as the person otherwise would not have been able to survive with a break this bad. And that's a little bit more about this specimen on display at the Bone Museum. If you found this video interesting, make sure to like and follow for more.